Chief, we also heard from Mandla Mandela saying that Makaziwe now is a Mrs. Amor, and therefore she should be focusing on her family, and she has no business in the Mandela family anymore because she is married. Traditionally, Chief, what is her right in terms of having a say with all these issues?
Well, she plays the role of the senior daughter of Madiba, a person we call Umafungwashe, literally meaning the one by whom we swear in that particular family or clan. So she is a leader in her own right. But she is not the primary leader. The primary leader is the heir. In this case, it should have been Mandla's father, Makhato. But now he has inherited that position. So the senior leader in the family is Mandla. At the same time, he has to consult members of the family, especially Umafungwashe, before he takes decisions that are of major importance within the family. It does not really matter that much that Umafungwashe is married. She doesn't lose her ties with her family by being married. But of course, it's important that she understands that the final say has to come to the leader in the family, who is the male, who in this case is Mandla, because Madiba is incapacitated and his own father is no longer there.
So just to make sure we understand this 100%, Chief, Mandla Mandela ultimately does have the say as to where these remains can be buried. Do you foresee then a situation where those who brought the application to court will actually sit in a room with Mandla Mandela and try and sort the situation out?
Well, he is the head of the family traditionally. Currently, as I said, Madiba is incapacitated. Right. But he does not have absolute powers. He has to take decisions of major importance after consulting the other members of the clan, including Makaziwe. So they have to be forced to sit down. The elders will have to persuade them to set aside their differences, come down, speak to the elders as to what it is that is troubling them. Thereafter, they should be in a position to be assisted in coming to a decision. They have to, in the end, because they are the same blood, same family, there's no way that they can permanently separate each other from themselves.
Chief Phathekile, with regards to this media briefing, because we knew that this was going to happen, we weren't really sure as to what the outcome would be. Do you think that Mandla Mandela is going to be taken to task for coming out and making a lot of these revelations and even delving into personal issues as to whether he was born out of wedlock or not, and also just focusing on his brother, saying his brother was in fact born out of wedlock? How is that going to be dealt with by the leaders of the Madiba clan?
Well, Madiba did say, Mandla did say that he didn't want the court to finalize this case because he needed to be given an opportunity to respond. But the ruling apparently was given to the extent that the locks at his gate were broken and the remains were taken. And because he was also saying that there are matters here that need to be dealt with within the family, sensitive matters. You see, now he is been put on the defensive. Allegations have been made that he was not born, he is born out of wedlock. Now he had to set the record straight and from his point of view. So that's what has happened. The others, I think, have started this. So it's not a question of it being him alone who is guilty of exposing family secrets. But still, all is not lost. I maintain that the family elders should be in a position to make peace amongst the members of this family.
Chief, what is your sense? Do you think that this could be resolved? And, it's interesting, Mandla Mandela said this comes at an interesting time because Nelson Mandela is critical in hospital, and he was saying that he would be very disappointed if he saw what was happening outside of those hospital walls. What is your sense as head of the traditional leaders of South Africa? Do you think that this could be resolved quickly, and what is your sense in terms of the outcome?
Well, there's no other solution, as I keep saying, except for the relevant members of the clan to sit down and listen to each other. This time around, they must know that they're not just embarrassing themselves. They're embarrassing all the people who believe in what Mandela stands for, internationally and nationally. So they have to sit down, even if it takes me as president of Contralesa to talking to them. Those who have apparently failed to call on these people to come to one place. Because, of course, this is a family matter, but it's a family matter that affects the entire international community, if you like.
Indeed it does, and a huge pleasure in having you spoken to us and clarifying, certainly from within the family itself and certainly as far as the cultural aspect is concerned. The President of the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa, Phathekile Holomisa, talking to us from the Eastern Cape.
News that moves. eNCA.com.